We are going to start. We don't have so much time because the previous session was longer a little bit. So it is very interesting to see what happened with power exchanges and electricity market in the region. So we have good news for some countries. So the first speaker today will be Mr. Sokol Dišnica. He is one of the major players in this area, and we have met in the Albanian TSO, and we have cooperation. So I am very curious to see what happened in the Albania and what happened with the very, very new power exchange. Please, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much for invitation, and I'm glad to present here our company. Our company is established by the two TSO, Albania and Kosovo, and is responsible to organize the electricity market, also organize the electricity market for Albania and Kosovo. Albania has launched the first auction for the day-ahead market in April 11. And we are now, let's say, 1 month and a half with experience in this activity, and we are have intention to implement it the market in Kosovo together with the market coupling between Albania and Kosovo in the end of August this year. All the organized market in Albania is based on the pan-European market model, means that we are follow all the feature that any power exchange in Europe is follows, means regarding the product and the order types and any timeline that SDAC, especially as a coupling or as organized market in all the European market is implemented. Why organized market for Western Balkan? Electricity market ensures sufficient capacity and secure supply. Means that producer and the flexible consumer must be available on the market to make sure that supply and demand can be balanced all the time. Price signal ensure that market player provide an efficient mix of technology made up of flexible producer and flexible consumer, and invest in new generating or consumption capacity in a good time. The market player use price quotes of future market and forward-looking market price forecast for their investment decision. Means that if the information suggested that investment will pay off, this is a precondition for a positive investment in our region. The electricity market additionally always ensure via price signal the existing capacity is contracted and actually used to the extent necessary. The biggest energy security challenge is to make sure that we have created a competitive and attractive electricity market investment that drives the transition to cleaner and low carbon energy system. We are in favor to open wholesale market, follow after with open of retail market, means that open our books. Providing a framework for investor and energy sector that give a long-term certainty with predictable returns, low risk and cost of capital. Ensuring that the investment of energy infrastructure which secure the energy supply of the future and develop more energy efficient technology and create the jobs. Electricity market. Why we support it and why we speed up all the process? First, in Western Balkan, the country that implemented market has been Serbian. If I'm not wrong, 5 years ago. We followed these years by Albanian and Montenegro and North Macedonia. And in the August will be the Kosovo, and we hope that Bosnia and Herzegovina will be the last and very fast to implement the organized market. If we wanted to strengthen our energy security even more, the next step is synchronize the electricity system. This also brings us to step closer to our climate goals. The result of regional cooperation is more than sum of its parts. Working together, we stand the best chance to build economic growth, to decarbonize our energy system, and to speed up the scale we need. The biggest energy security challenge is to make sure that we have to create the competitive and attractive electricity investment markets that drives the transition to cleaner, the low carbon energy system. We have heard from many news in Western Balkan that many applications are submitted to respectively regulatory or respectively body that should issue the license to build the rest with, let's say, the huge amount of capacity installed. Energy is the largest infrastructure program across every Western Balkan and more, and energy is one of the biggest opportunities in the country to boost their economic growth. We are providing the framework for investors and energy sector that gives the long-term certainty with predictable returns, low risk, and the cost of capital. Albania electricity market model. Among the main principles of Albania electricity market model in force, we have to mention, we are implementing the market supervision and monitoring in order to avoid market abuse. Operation has organized day-ahead market and intraday market for trading of physical electricity flow in day-ahead market time period. The trading long-term bilateral physical contract will be allowed to accordance with the capacity purchasing and nominated in electricity auction organized by SICAO. All other forms of trading to be financial or physical. We have in our market model that TSO will make available to the organized market the minimum of 50% of available cross-border capacity that belongs to the market coupling. Also in Albania, with proposal of Albania Power Exchange and support of government, we have exempt the VIT from electricity transaction into ALPEX. Means that the market participant can provide it less collateral in market. Concept of market, segment and product and orders. We are implemented first with the day at market auction, and the next year will be implemented the intraday market auction and continuous day trading. As the order type, we are implementing the simple order, priority price taking order, and later we introduce the block order, link order, and exclusive group of order. For moment, the product electricity in Albania is 60 minutes, and we follow the concept that other PXs in Europe, we follow regarding the concept of product 30 minutes and 50 minutes. We are glad that our TSO can accommodate this challenge. This is, let's say, the average price, minimum and maximum for volumes in May 2023. For month May, the average price has been 97.96 euro. The maximum price has been 202.9 euro, and minimum price has been 35.68 euro. And total volumes that are traded up to the May 25th has been 83,398 megawatt hour. As for new market, we thought that we are glad to have these figures. This is the, by the graph, the average price for the May and the volumes for any delivery day up to the May 25. If you see the, let's say, the volumes that are traded in ARPEX are around in between daily volume. They are around in between 3,500 megawatt up to 3,900 megawatt. Why choose ALPEX? ALPEX operates on a European target model related to all the procedure, product characteristics, get opening and closing time frame and calculation and result through Euphemia algorithm like any other power exchange. The implementation of all market segments for Albania and Kosovo as well including market coupling between Albania and Kosovo. Value-added tax, VAT, will not be applied, means that for any exchange member of Alpex in position of buyer, the allocation of 20% of value offer will be avoided in their respective collateral. Complementary production between Albania production based on RES and thermo in Kosovo. Based on our figures in 2022, Albania has produced by the RES generator 6,500 gigawatt, means that average 60% belongs to the public generator, then the rest belongs to the other private generator, all the other rest. And the transmission import-export has been 1,900 gigawatt. Figures in 2023 are very optimistic. The rest generated in Albania has produced 3,900 gigawatt. We are providing flexibility for integration into regional and internal European electricity market. Albania has interconnection with Greece with two interconnection line, one 400 kV and one 146 kV. With Kosovo, two interconnection line, 420, 222 kV, and Montenegro, two interconnection line, 400 and 222 kV. It's under construction, one interconnection line 400 kV with North Macedonia, and with some plan to increase the capacity in transmission with Greece, with new building line 400 kV, probably, and with Montenegro 220 line kV. There are approved for construction of RES up to now 700 megawatt capacity installed. In June 2023 is going to perform a new auction for the building of 300 megawatt capacity installed PV, and there are many applications, in total 2,500 megawatt. Creating condition for the transparent and efficient transfer of funds and account flow, using Alpex as central counterpart for all traders in organized market, and all private companies starting January 1st will be in free market. The only category out of free market would be household, means that only the clients that are in 0.4 kV. In Albania is implemented CFD scheme, means that all the volumes contracted by the public company are traded in Alpex, part of them. With CFD scheme means that the transactions are settled with the clearing price, and out of Alpex, the company subsidize each other with the difference between strike price and the contract price. So that we are exempt the VAT from electricity market, means that all transactions in power exchange, Albania Power Exchange, are without VAT. At the moment, we have registered 9 companies. 5 of them are public company, means that transmission system operator that trade their losses, free market supplier that trade for the client, volume for a client in 35 and 20 kV, universal supplier, and Albania Power Corporation and distribution system operator. And we have now the 6 applications that are, let's say, handled by our staff in order to accommodate it very fast in Alpex. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sokol, for very interesting presentation. I will give the floor to Dr. Tamer Emre, Director of Market Operation from Turkey, and I will kindly ask you to have presentation in 6-7 minutes.
Thank you very much to the organization and Mr. Stampolis for giving us this opportunity to share our approximation and the updates about common energy agenda, first of all. I'm coming from Turkish Energy Exchange, and I don't want to spend your much time about the issues we are delivering with, but I want to introduce how we operate it shortly. Actually, the activities we are dealing with is not that the power market, but also the gas market, geo certificates, and also we are dealing with the clearing issues. We are dealing with the invoices also, eligible customer operations. All the things are operated by our company. We are fully liberalized. First, we operated under TSO. Then, from 2015, we are a private company, and for 3 years, we are at first rank at Fortune 500. For the volumes traded in our market, you can see the numbers. It's the amount is about 54 billion euro. It's a big number. If we are discussing with the participants for the just power market, we have over 1,700 participants in the power market. Plus, we are dealing with the capacity for just for the day-ahead market. For example, for hourly, we are trying to balance on the trading operations above, let's say, 35,000 megawatt. Okay, what is the agenda today for us? We passed the energy crisis, and there are also lessons learned. I want to discuss about it. Obviously, we have challenges in the future. I want to give some our approach and perspectives. Market mechanism requires some priorities in itself. We should save. I want to give our perspective. This is the graph of our market clearing price during 2022. Yes, it was difficult season for us. For the base load, we used the coil and line it together with the gas. But thanks to our diversification, because during last 20 years, we are trying to diversify the generation capacity. Today, about 55% of installed capacity is based on renewables, but it should be managed very good because it's affected too much on the price mechanism. For example, in the winter day, our prices are low because today our effective wind capacity is over 11,000 megawatt. Yes, this is some numbers to explain how we manage the crisis actually in 2022 because we had other capacities, especially the renewable capacities. Let's say it was not that difficult for us. It was terrible for everybody, including us, but thanks to diversification, it is the very important item. To do that, of course, we need investments. In my opinion, for an energy exchange office, we are creating market clearing price, which should be the signal for the investment. This is the core item. So we need to provide right signal for the investment because at the end of the day, we all need the generation. So that kind of crisis is very dangerous for real stable investments place. So the right answer to do that, diversification and investment to the generation. Nowadays, we are focusing on the small generation units, let's say PVs, and also wind capacity together with the storages. Our regulatory authority mentioned it's about the 10 gigawatt new license for wind and solar capacity together with the storages. It is very important in the future. And I want to tell that our installed capacity is over 100 gigawatt. But yes, you know, climate change is affected too much us. And please remember, the beginning of the February, we had 2 big earthquakes in Turkey, which reduce our consumption from hourly-based, let's say, 38,000 megawatt to 33,000 megawatt. It's affected too much. All these conditions are affecting the electricity market also. And customer and affordability. A sentence for it. To give the right signal to the investment, I think one of the best practices applied in Turkey in 2022, because we support the end customer outside the market mechanism. It was a good decision for electricity market because direct supports affected too much the electricity market. On the other hand, it was, you know, the coal prices and gas prices rised 10 times. So it was very difficult situation. And we used also inframarginal pricing mechanism in Turkey, which means we are not that rigid. We cannot do in that kind of crisis. But as much as possible, we secure the market rules as well. Obviously, we have challenges in the future: climate change, energy transformation, digitalization, storage, electrical vehicles, distributed generation. They are all in our agenda. And we are dealing with that kind of activities. There are many numbers, but I want to just briefly telling the names. Also, the consumer side, technology and affordability is the hot topic in our agenda for the new projects inside the energy market and outside the energy market by the ministry or the private sector. Last, I want to mention about the priorities of the energy market again. Consumer side is like in all European countries, in Turkey is the first place in the agenda because energy crisis affected too much the end consumer, and the regulatory authority in Turkey and also the ministry is taking these issues like the priority is end customer. We need to provide first electricity security of supply. Investment is always priority. We need to give the right signal to the investor. Network service capacity to the end consumer is increasing. We are discussing about the distributed generation. If you have no required infrastructure, sufficient infrastructure to the, let's say, prosumer, you cannot use it. Market stability is a key. We can use the models, but we need to be sure about it. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you very much for your very comprehensive presentation. It was a lot of things to hear. So now we will have our colleague, Mr. Manoulis Kalitsakis. Please take the floor, and then we will go to this
Okay, I'm in
panelist from
the good position presenting before we go for lunch, I guess.
Okay, please.
How much time do I have? Because I have the quick version and the...
Please.
The quick version is 6 to 7 minutes. March of 2022, more than a year. A few introductory, let's say, some information, introductory information. The trading platform has been the effort, the joint effort of NX Group, VESFA, and ATHEX Group, which provided the systems. It comprises of a trading system and a clearing system. The trading platform is fully in line with the European Regulation 312 of 2014, which supports the development of a competitive short-term wholesale gas market. And it improves, in essence, it improves the risk profile of doing business in the natural gas sector in the region and aims to explore synergies with the evolving infrastructure in Greece. We heard before about, the FSRU in Alexandroupolis, the Dioriga Gas FSRU, the capacity expansion of IGB. So what we aim is to give the tools to the market to extract all the economic value from that infrastructure. This is the market architecture. It's at the heart of which you can see the clearing house of NX Group, which brings to table state-of-the-art clearing, settlement, and risk management methodologies. The negotiation methods on our platform are two. We have continuous trading, and we have auctions that the TSO is in a position to call when it feels that it is necessary to cover its balancing needs. But as we will see on a later slide, even though we started and, auctions were an important part of the trade volumes, nowadays continuous trading is a dominant trading method, which is a healthy, condition for our platform. We have on our platform currently we have one product with 4 product series. By one product we mean we have a daily gas day product, which is from 6 CET of 1 day to 6 CET of D+1, and we have 4 product series. We have the within day, the D+1, D+2, and D+3 product series that we offer to our traders. We started with We started with 13 members, trading members, back in March of 2022, and we are in an ongoing process of increasing the trading participants on our platform. Right now, we have 22 members, and from what you can see, like the companies that joined recently, the majority of them comes from abroad. Okay, and here we have a few statistics about on the first months of operation. On the graph on the right, you can see one-sided traded volumes in gigawatt hours. We started from 173 gigawatt hours in March of 2022, and we're all the way up to 544 gigawatt hours in April of 2023. In total, we have 5.3 terawatt hours in traded volumes. We see, it's evident, the increase in volumes especially since November of 2022. And if we do a year-on-year comparison for the month of April, which is the only month, that we had full trading activity, because in March of 2022, we only started on the 21st day. So if we compare the 259 gigawatt hours in April of 2022 with the 544 in the recent April, it indicates a 110% increase of traded volumes. And the maximum volume was observed on Friday, 21st of April 2023, and it was 52 gigawatt hours. On this slide, we can see on the left the number of transactions per day and the 4-week moving average of that, let's say, variable. And recently, we observed the maximum number of transactions on a single day, which was in April 2023, and it was 70 transactions. And on the graph on the right, we see on the column in blue color the volumes that go through the trading platform of NX, and on the column with the gray color, we see the over-the-counter contracts that are being nominated at VESFA. So in the orange line, you can see the percentage of the natural gas trading platform volumes when compared to the total number of, as a percentage of the total number of trades, which also shows an increasing pattern. We went all the way from 2.5% to about, in the area of 15%. Here we see the market concentration as of April 2023, and we observe that there are no dominant players, let's say one or two. There is a healthy distribution of trades among participants. 9 participants possessed a market share that was higher than 5% in April of 2023, and the remaining 11 participants accounted for 70% of the total of traded volumes. So in essence, others is like the largest participant in our market. We expect that as we onboard more and more members, these percentages will start to shrink, since there will be more trading between various parties. Here we see on the right the auction volumes as a percentage of total trades, and as you can see on the right of the graph, since November of 2022, the percentage of trades that go through auctions has reached a very low number, and it was close to 0% in April of 2023, and this indicates that the continuous trading method is a dominant trading method. In the graph on the left, we can see the distribution of trades among the various product series within day ahead, D+2 and D+3. And there are two things to observe here of interest. The first thing is that even though the within-day product series in the blue line started as the dominant series, day ahead in the purple line since August of 2022 has surpassed, and now that is the dominant product series. And this is also a sign of health because the day ahead index is always the one that has the most importance. And the other thing to observe would be the increasing percentage in the D+2 and D+3 series in the pink and, I don't know, black line. The lines in the bottom with 8% and 5.3% in April of 2003. And this also shows that the experience of our traders has been increasing, and we see intraday trades. Let's say they buy or sell on D+3, and then they go into the opposite trade 1 or 2 days later. This is also a sign that the market is in a maturing, let's say, process. And I think this is my last, okay, second before last. Here we have a comparison between, of course, the dominant natural gas index, which is the TTF spot index, and our day ahead index. We have two of them available on our platform. One is for within day, and the other one is for day ahead. As expected, the correlation between our day ahead index and TTF is very high, taking into account that in the majority of contracts that result in quantities in our trading platform, they are backed by some kind, they are TTF indexed. On average, since the launch of the platform, the day ahead index of the Henex trading platform has been lower by 8 euros per megawatt hour than the TTF spot index. But, after, since, let's say, February and even more in March and April that we see, that TTF prices have been decompressed as well. The two numbers are pretty close. Okay, and this is the last slide with our next steps. What are we doing? So this is what we do right now to improve our natural gas market. One thing we're working on is the inclusion of our indices in reference publications. This is an ongoing project, and we hope to have a result in the next month to come up with an index that one of the main publishers like ICES or Argus Media or Platts, they will include in their reports. We're also investigating, as part of a turnaround strategy for our derivatives market, the addition of gas future products to our energy derivatives market. We are also working very close with DESFA and RAE in introducing a light registration to our natural gas trading platform by separating the roles of the trader and that of the shipper. And last but not least, we are trying to be more extrovert in the Southeast region through the introduction of a sales function. And the main reason behind that is, our will to increase our participants and the revenue in our gas market. That's the presentation. I have a couple of words for the spot market as well.
Thank you very much. Your short version took 12 minutes.
How much? 5? Okay.
12 minutes.
Okay. Thank you. So when it comes to our spot markets, demand response and storage are well underway. And right now we are working very hard on the intraday auctions, introducing the pan-European intraday auctions and the 15-minute MTUs and market time units. And our timeline for these two large projects is sometime in 2024. Okay.
Thank you very much. So we have two more speakers online. I would kindly ask to provide us with the first. This is Mr. Anthony from Bulgaria. We can. Hello.
Hello, can you hear and see the presentation?
Yes, yes, yes.
Perfect.
So
Okay,
we are out of time. Could you please summarize your presentation in 5-6 minutes?
I'll try to be as quick as possible. Thank you for the invitation, and thank you on behalf of Mr. Konstantinov, who was supposed to be the original speaker. So basically, I'll present what the developments were in last year for IBEX. As you know, we have already completed the market coupling projects with both Greece and Romania. So after that, we see a steady high volumes on the day-ahead market, and also a big increase on the intraday. While at the same time, we have let's say increasing price convergence on day-ahead, except in some days when there is less capacity, let's say, between Bulgaria and Greece. But we expect that this will soon change as there will be a new interconnection, which will double the capacity between Greece and Bulgaria. So our expectation is that we'll see even more volumes on the day-ahead market due to that, and even greater price convergence. At the same time, as the previous speaker mentioned, we are also expecting the 15-minute time resolution on the Greek border, which will also again increase the possibility to trade. And we also expect really a big increase in volumes, because you can see that after the XBIT go live on the Bulgarian-Greece border, we have record months, let's say, for the past 5-6 months. So this means that there is huge potential for further trading development on the Bulgarian-Greece border. And of course, the next thing that I want to show you is the development between market segments. So as you can see, now almost all the electricity that is produced in Bulgaria is traded on the IBEX platform. This is partially due to law, but partially as an effect of the market couplings. And as you can see, the spot market volume is increasing, while the bilateral contracts with physical delivery market is the one that is decreasing. This happens because IBEX has also started, you can see on the next slide, power futures that are traded on the EEX platform. And now actually the long-term price reference for the Bulgarian power zone is this one. Although there is some decrease in volumes, but this is the effect of the price uncertainty that came with first the COVID-19 crisis and then the gas price crisis. So still, we expect that these volumes are going to recover. And as you saw from the previous slides, the bilateral market for long-term contracts is going to maybe even further decrease in volumes. But we see huge potential in spot short-term trading. And our idea is to provide our members with the possibility to automate this as much as possible, as we have started since 2022 to provide API access to our trading platforms. And we see steady increase in the share of API users. So since the go live of the intraday API, we already have 13 and more in development. And the go live of day-ahead API was just recently, but we also see that we have participants there as well. The next developments are related to the guarantees of origin market, which is expected to start in Bulgaria at the end of this year. We are currently working on a platform where we'll be able to trade the GOs. And hopefully we'll be able to complete this project by the end of this year to further, let's say, ease the penetration of renewables in Bulgaria by providing them additional source of income and a way to guarantee their prices. The other thing is was already mentioned that next year we expect that somewhere in Q2 the intraday auctions are also going to start, and this will be another huge boost together with the increased capacity between Bulgaria and Greece that will see a lot more trading on the shortest market if we consider intraday auction as a part of the intraday, because it rather looks like day ahead as a mechanism of trading. So this was in brief. I hope that there will be some questions after that I'll be able to answer, and enjoy your lunch. Thanks.
Very much for your participation, especially for your understanding for time limit. Thank you very much once again. So we have one more participant online. It is Miloš Mladenović from Serbia.
Hello.
Hello,
Can you hear
Miloš.
me?
Miloš,
Hi.
my friend.
Hi, Mr. Chairman. How are you?
Fine. Please have a short presentation. Please understand us that we are waiting for lunch, and I will give you 5 minutes.
I will avoid any slide, any presentation, so to help you to manage your time. I think it will be much better. So I will just provide you orally with the latest development in Serbia and the region, and maybe a few words about the new market design and the role of the power exchanges in this new market design. I think this could be maybe even more interesting for the audience than just to present the figures and the development. So just very shortly, compared to our previous conference last year. So in the meantime, I hope that you are aware that we have finalized our long-lasting blue sky project. So we have established the first regional power exchange in the region. And this is so-called ADEX power exchange with the merging of the Serbian power exchange, SEPEX, and Slovenian power exchange, BSP. So with this merging, we have established one single business infrastructure. In fact, within is SEPEX, BSP, and Epexport from France as one of the shareholders, and other two shareholders are Slovenian and Serbian TSO, LS, and EMS. And also currently we are in the very close discussion with our Hungarian colleagues. So idea is until the end of this year also to enlarge ADEX business infrastructure also with the HUPEX. This is really, how I say, really good development, I think, for the region, because with this development, I think that we have shown, how I say, maybe some direction for other countries in the region, and the first results are already there. So, for example, on SEPEX side, the first quarter currently we have almost 35 members, and we recorded really huge increase in the volume. So within the all ADEX, we expect that for the 2023, we will have approximately 4 terawatt hours of volume on Serbian side and approximately 10 terawatt hours on day-ahead market on Slovenian side. Beside this, also, our plan is within ADEX infrastructure to establish the Serbian intraday market in July. And also, I forgot to mention, but I would like to congratulate also to my Albanian and Montenegrin and Macedonian colleagues for successful go live and launch of the day-ahead market in Albania, Montenegro, and North Macedonia. And just to mention that also within the ADEX strategy, beside this, how is a very strong connection and the merging of the several power exchanges, our vision is also to provide the services to other power exchanges which are still want to operate in isolated mode. So, as you know, so within the ADEX, we are providing services to North Macedonian and Montenegrin power exchange. So Epexport are providing a trading platform, and the BSP are providing this clearing solution. So this is this latest news how I say, from the ADEX side, and of course we are open for all other partners and the neighboring power exchanges for the future cooperation, both from the business and the corporate point of view, but also from the point of view of establishment and implementation of the market coupling project, which is, of course, for all of us on the very high level of the priorities. This is. Of course, the next priority, but this is more on the political level, is also transposition of the EU directives in the national legislation. As you know, this EU legal and regulatory framework was transposed on the regional level on last December via corresponding decision of the Energy Community Ministerial Council. And now on Serbian side, we are working very hard to transpose all respective regulation until the end of this year, also all the network codes and all directives, in order to be, of course, able to restart our market coupling project. And our idea is to launch the first market coupling project with our EU neighbors late 2024, of course. But prerequisite, of course, is to solve all these legal and regulatory issues. Maybe just a few words about the new market design and the role of the power exchanges in this new framework. You know that European Commission provided some conceptual paper or design paper. First of all, what is important for all of us, that it is confirmed that current marginal price model was, recognized as a successful one, because this model provides the relevant reference price for all of us and relevant price signal. That also last year, that was some problem about this, but that was the signal that something should be changed. And what is also important to emphasize, and also emphasize power exchange within this new framework, is that as a relevant method for support for the new renewable project, it is recognized this double-sided contract for differences. And we all know that with the CFD model, of course, the role of power exchanges is become even stronger. We see from the case of our Albanian colleagues, they had huge support that they already implemented this CFD model even for bilateral market, and this provides additional liquidity to Albanian power exchange. And of course, having in mind that the most of the future renewable projects will be implemented either through some kind of state support through the CFD project, or either within the corporate PPA or merchant PPA framework. All of this, model, which is supported by some kind of financial contracts, that physical delivery will be done via power exchanges. And of course, our role will be even more important in this case. And also what is important to mention, that European Commission also recognized necessity to provide more flexibility also on the customer side. So that provide several different products also on the customer side, financial contract, corporate PPA contract, and also to provide the possibility to have several suppliers at the same moment. So this is also very important, and also role of power exchanges providing the reliable price signal, and also enough flexibility with the introduction of the more liquid intraday market also will be more enhanced. So this is from my side. If you have any question, of course, I'm at your disposal, but I know that lunchtime is coming. So I'm sorry that I'm not there in Thessaloniki due to some urgent obligation. I hope next time I will join you in person. Thank you all.
Thank you, Milos. I hope that we will see next time in Thessaloniki. Thank you once again. And for the end of this session, I will pass quickly to presentation to show what happened in Montenegro. In Montenegro, we have established this power exchange. I will shortly tell you what is the case in Montenegrin power exchange. So the case is that we start with the long-term market in 2012, and most important is that we go live on 26 April this year. So this is what happened in the past. I will skip this, and important to say that it is software solution based on Euphemia and provided by Epexpot. And local clearing service is the one bank from Montenegro, member of OTP group. We expect that this platform be very familiar, and there is all hourly products, and gate closure, which is very important, is 10 and 15. So expectation, as all of us has, it is new renewables, new project based on price signal and continuous development of the market. So it is how we started, and on this picture you can see maximum volume was 181, this is minimum, and the maximum was 2,453 megawatts. Total volume was 30 gigawatt hours. On this slide you can see volumes and the prices. And the next steps, it is block products for the day-ahead market, intraday market, OTC market, future market, and market coupling. So for the market coupling, we have a lot of ideas, but we need some institutional support. We already agreed that the market coupling probably with Serbia and Italy will be first, because we have a good relation, and Montenegrin TSO, where I am from, is owned by Italian TSO Terna 22% and Serbian TSO 15%. So we have a good relation, and I hope that it will be very soon. So because we don't have much time, we spend all time, I will ask you if you have some questions, possibly if you want to, 1 or 2 questions, we are ready to answer. So it looks like we all are very hungry, so I will conclude this session, and thank you very much for your participation.